Caleb Lamb here with WAER's Chris Lewis, who called the game. Now, Chris, Syracuse falls in the championship game of the Big East tournament, but overall a successful week for the Orange, would you say?
No question. I mean, if you would have asked me coming into this week if Syracuse would have made the final, I mean, I would have told you you're crazy. I was there in person for that Georgetown game at the end of the regular season. 39 points. That was ridiculously low point total. For them to turn it around like this, to me, only positive signs moving forward.
And Jim Boeheim talked several times during this weekend run about how this was really what they needed to get their momentum back after that losing streak of 4 of 5 coming into the tournament. Syracuse seems like it's in good shape now as they turn their attention to the NCAAs. But a couple of things that they have to adjust still. Louisville very successful with their press, and a huge comeback for the Cardinals. That's at least got to take some of the shine off of Syracuse's overall successful tournament.
Yeah, you had such a good first half, and then what happened at a certain point, that's what Louisville does to you. They're so relentless with the press that it eventually wears on you mentally and physically. And Syracuse, I think this season has done a good job. Even in the Louisville loss, I thought they handled the press well. In the first game, the win, they did very well. Against Arkansas, remember, earlier on in the season, non-conference play, Arkansas has one of the best press defenses in the nation. Syracuse handled that well. So moving forward in the NCAA tournament, not until they get deep in the run are they going to see any kind of a press defense.
Now, you brought up Arkansas. Now, that was the game where James Sutherland went off and set the program record for most threes in a game. James Sutherland was very hot. He was the big story for Syracuse in this tournament. It seems like that's what the Orange really needed, especially as they get into the postseason here. They needed him to come alive. He's been a little bit quiet in those games back from the suspension.
Caleb, imagine if he still wasn't on the team. Remember, he had 6 games out with academic ineligibility. If he wasn't on this team, there's no way they would have made any kind of a run in this tournament. I mean, 17 three-pointers. I think it ended up getting close to like 19 three-pointers. It was sensational. Broke Jerry McNamara's record in the process. Couldn't get the victory, but I'd still say when you look back on the 2013 Big East tournament, James Sutherland will be one of the first thoughts.
So Syracuse obviously a little bit disappointed not getting that 6th tournament title in their final Big East Conference game, but overall things looking up more than they were coming into the tournament as Syracuse prepares for its run in the NCAAs. Alongside Chris Lewis, I'm Caleb Lamb, and this has been Citrus TV's View from the Booth.